It's Christmas time. That's it. So you guys now already preparing for next year, having everything set up. I'm busy as heck. I have like a bunch of these lease requirements that I'm working on, and I'm like, this one guy texted me. He's like, I want to see the space tomorrow. I'm like, wow, tomorrow, and I have like 2 or 3 other requirements, which is a good thing, you know. But I didn't expect to be this busy on December. I think Seth just texted. Is he? Oh, he won't be able to make the. Oh, he has all his kids sick. Oh,
He has kids?
yeah. Seth has 3, just like me.
I thought I don't know. I thought he was single. Never judge the book by the cover.
No, man. Seth is a father of 3.
Nice. I'm a mother of 3 boys.
There you go.
And
There you go. All right, guys. So we're gonna start. I want to do a little bit different this time. I want to kind of obviously we're gonna start off with some wins. I want you guys to share your wins. And after that, I want you guys to kind of ask questions. I want you guys to kind of open up and see what you guys are struggling with, what you guys are working on right now. I would like to kind of guide you guys as much as I can now that we're live, with some tips and pointers on what you're working on currently. All right. So I want to open up the floor for wins. Let's share some wins, guys. What wins do you guys have?
I have a smaller win. I should be getting a lease agreement soon. I was working with this one tenant. They were looking for around 5,000 feet. So we came to terms on like a 5-year lease. So we should be getting the lease agreement sometime this week.
congrats.
Nice, congrats. Good stuff. Good win, Santi.
Well,
right.
I one of my leases that I was working with two weeks ago, it was accepted and I delivered the keys on Wednesday. And today, hopefully, I'm going to deliver the keys to the cooler space, George. I'm hoping that the lady finally will lease it.
Wow,
So,
oh my gosh. I
yeah.
thought we were gonna miss that one.
I'm just waiting for her to make the deposit, because by the time that I sent her all the information on Wednesday, it was too late already. So she's going to make the deposit today. I don't know how I'm going to deliver the keys, but she's going to start working in the space right now. And I am working with a client and for a 12 to 15,000 square feet. And I have a couple spaces for him. And
Nice.
I show 3 spaces to a guy that is looking for cooler space. I show him a couple of spaces, and we're working in the proposal right now. So
Great.
hopefully, I mean, either if he takes a unit at MICC or ATC, they are paying 6% commission. So that's good.
What?
Even though it's a small space, 5,000 square
you.
feet is worth it because it's 6% commission. So those
I'm telling you, leasing is where it's at, guys. That's where the big money is right now. Leasing. I know sales seems cool, but leasing is where you make the money.
So just to let you know,
Carlos, bienvenido.
Hola, hola, bendiciones.
Just to let you know, at MICC, if you lease any spaces, even if it is to start in the next year, if you sign at the end of this year, before the end of the year, they will pay 6% commission. And also, I wanted to tell everyone that on Friday at 10 a.m., there is a broker event in Homestead for JLL.
Homestead. Oh, the East Group, the East Group site.
The invitation. It's in Homestead.
I would like to go check it out. Greg, you want to go out there? We can go out to Homestead, the East Group development. Go check it out.
You know.
Yeah, I'd love to check that out.
Nice, nice. Well, that's great, Angelo. Good news. Carlos, estamos compartiendo nuestros wins, las ganancias. Un cliente nuevo, algún lease o alguna venta que hiciste o una ganancia que tuviste.
Mi mayor ganancia es que estoy aquí con ustedes, escuchándolo, aprendiendo, con la ayuda del Señor, ¿no? Y realmente, bueno, pues lo que tengo es muchos prospectos y
Eso
muchas,
es bueno.
¿eh? O sea, básicamente tú sabes de algunos ya. Ahora se me agregó, por ejemplo, el sábado conocí un señor que tiene un mini market que puede ser que lo quiera vender, pero también está buscando locales para poner uno nuevo o un nuevo negocio ya abierto, por ejemplo, ese tipo de cosas. Entonces, nada, estamos dando pininos, pero buscando y aprendiendo.
De eso se trata. Guys, this industry is all about prospecting. We
Yo no puedo,
are professional prospects, okay? So that's what it's about. Those are wins.
it was a walk-in. I mean, just talk to him. Y eso es importante, que a veces uno le puede dar cosas a eso, pero hay que preguntar. Dice, pedid y se os dará, buscad y hallaréis,
Así
tocad y os
es.
abriréis. O sea, no hemos cerrado negocio todavía así, de ese tipo, pero yo sé que van a pasar, en nombre de Jesús.
Amén. 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 Okay. Anybody else?
Les mandé un
Uh,
email, perdóname, James. Les mandé, Greg, les mandé un email que la Asociación de Realtors va a hacer un holiday party en Seminole Hard Rock Casino el jueves, por si quieren ir. Yo voy a ir con mi esposo, just to have something.
Okay. ¿Quiere compartirlo en el email group?
Sí, yo se los mandé a todos, pero se los voy a volver a
Okay.
mandar. Es de 6 a 9 el jueves. So, to make something.
Something nice in the evening.
Exacto.
Okay. Good. James, any wins, James? Sandy? Greg?
I'm waiting on a few LOIs for the Tamami site I told you about for Foundry. Waiting on a response from
Mhm.
Michael for the Sevilla site. Got to get together with the Palmetto Lakes with Maid. See what's
Oh,
up.
yes, we need to get ready for that. Mhm.
Need to follow up with the buyer that I toured a couple of weeks back. Yeah. Be on another LOI from AJP, which I got to follow up to.
Yeah, yeah. With regards to Maid, we need to set expectations when we're dealing with buyers. When they come in with these low offers like that.
I called the lady. I was like, look, I presented, but nothing's gonna happen. We've had offers a lot higher, and I suggest you go back to your guy and tell him that I'm telling you, and I was transparent with her. Look, deal number would be 240. Anything lower than that, I don't see it happening. I think that's deal number, and I'm being transparent. So, and I was straight up.
And then when presenting it to the seller, you also need to kind of set that expectation, communicate. We need to be expert communicators, guys. So when we're presenting an offer, we need to let them know what you did in order to get the offer, what you explained to the buyer for them to come in at the offer. So that way that the seller understands and knows that you're doing your job and you're fighting to get them the most money possible, not like, hey, here's the offer. We're getting paid six figures. They're paying us over $100,000, $200,000 for us to just submit a paper. Think about that real quick.
A lot of money.
Right?
Yeah.
Like they're gonna pay you over $200,000 for you to submit a paper on an email, a document. Hey, here's the offer. You better put something in writing in there. Like you gotta really break it down. Like, hey, this is what I did. I fought the bear. I stabbed him. I carried him. I went over. I did this. I had him on the phone. Like you need to make a story, even if it was. I mean, like you gotta create something. Like, hey, this is what happened. He came in at this offer. I said it was too low. We were on the phone for an hour. Then he said no. Then he spoke to his partner. Then I spoke to his partner. And then we were back and forth. And he submitted this offer. And here it is. You get it? Like,
Yeah.
that's how it needs to be presented. It's not like, hey, here's the attached offer. That guy's gonna say, listen, you sent me an offer way below market, and you've had this listing for how long? The next thing he's gonna tell you is, listen, I had 3 other brokers that know this area very well, and they're selling deals, and you haven't been able to sell this, and you just sent me an offer way below market after we just lowered it. You got what I'm saying? You guys don't get comfortable by having a listing. You cannot get comfortable. Never get comfortable. You gotta fight for that thing until it closes. So I want to set that expectation, because sometimes it's like, oh yeah, we have a listing, it's okay. No, you gotta fight for that thing. So I just want to set that straight, because there's a possibility you can lose that. You know what I'm saying? Now he
Yeah.
wants to meet with you again because there's no activity happening. And when we're sending him an email, it's kind of like you have to let me know, hey George, I'm gonna send this guy an email with the offer. What do you think? Like, let's make the email presentable. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I did do that though. Remember I texted you and you told me
I
what
know,
to
but at the bottom, I told you to change a couple of things, and it was,
did.
you know,
I changed it up.
well, it's not looking too good. Anyhow, all right. Enough with the wins. What are you guys working on now that you guys need some assistance in?
I need assistance.
Okay.
Okay, so typically every year I sit down for December and I write my plan, my business.
Mhm.
I'm not including residential this year, so I'm kind of like, I'm gonna put a number out there for me to reach. I'm kind of lost. I'm really lost. So I want to set my expectations where I got to do things in order for me to go on the path of commercial. Because I'm lost. I'm at a crossroads and I'm like
Mhm.
going like this with residential because I don't want to put into it anymore. I want to put 100% this way. So now I'm at a crossroads where I could put a number down. I know I got the hustle, but what am I doing? Like
Mhm.
I don't know. I've spoken to Angela. We got a plan going on, which hopefully it'll work out. But moving forward,
Yeah. So what you need to do, Sandy, and what I recommend is we're gonna set you up with a list, and Angela, I need you to help me with that. Okay. Get with Sandy,
a li-
download a list from CoStar, okay? And it's gonna be a list of tenants expiring within the next 2 years.
tenants.
Tenants expiring in the next 2 years.
Okay. And this is
And it's gonna be between 5,000 square feet, and you can go up to as high as 50,000 square feet.
okay.
And you're gonna call those tenants, and I'm gonna show you the breakdown on how to approach those tenants. Okay? On a
Now,
one-on-one call with me.
okay. And then is that implemented? That's what you guys call prospecting every single day?
Yes, you're gonna go after that list every single day.
Okay. Because come, not that I'm putting it off, but I want a plan for January.
Mhm.
Prospecting every single day.
Yeah, that's phone call. Yeah, phone call, in person, mail outs, emails. So you're gonna do all those things to that list like a sniper.
Phone
Okay,
call.
you're not gonna deviate to other. You're gonna specifically focus on those tenants.
Okay.
Okay, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna break up a little bit on how the script kind of looks like when you call them.
Don't use the
Okay,
quote because I've been.
I'm gonna go over a new script now
Oh, okay.
that it's gonna kind of like introduce you on how to call those people. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Awesome.
So that's it. That's all.
You're gonna go after tenants. I want you to be the leasing queen along with Angela. You guys are gonna be the leasing team.
And is Maria on here? Maria?
No, Maria's not on.
Okay. Well,
Maria handles most of the property management stuff.
No, I know, but she's so sweet. She texts me because we live in Palmetto Bay, and she saw the same for sale by owner residential on 144, and she texts me to let me know, and I'm like, I'm not going after that. I'm not doing that anymore. Hard to teach an old dog new tricks, but I can do it. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just like, no, I don't want to. She's sweet. If you talk to her, say thank you for me.
No, she's great. She is.
She
All
wants me.
right.
Okay,
Anybody else?
so I have a plan now.
How do you stay focused these days? That you have so many holidays, so many meetings. I had like a couple of tours last week, and the clients just cancel at the last minute because they were going, I guess they were preparing for Thanksgiving or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So how can you stay focused and until when? Because sometimes it looks like you're disturbing these people. It's like they are in a different mood and we want to keep going. So how do you manage that?
It's okay.
So yeah, listen, this is the time of this is the season. This is the season that everyone right now is in holiday mood. Everyone's on a break. Everyone is traveling, so it's fine.
This is
There you go.
this is a time. Oh, and you drop off cookies and poinsettias and cards.
Yeah, that's the perfect time right now. This is the time where you reach back out to your previous clients, right? You have a list and stop by, drop off some cookies, any little gift you have, anything, bottle of wine, any little gift that you can stop by at least so you can show them your appreciation. This is the time you do that. All that does is solidify your relationship with them. Okay, so that's a very good way of doing that. And remember, you're going after people that need your service. Okay, people that actually need it. You're gonna know what. Remember, we are a resource of information. We need to ask them all the right questions so we can obtain all the information. When their lease expires, what is their pain, so that we can offer a solution. Okay, so that is the main thing. So if people are kind of saying, hey, look, I'm out of town, what is their real pain? Is it next year Q2, or is it like next year beginning of Q1? That's how you're gonna know their urgency, right? So that's what we have to know, because if they say, yeah, my lease is gonna be expiring in Q3 of next year, then you know that you still have some room there, right? If it's Q1, like January, February, then you got to kind of move and work for a little bit quicker than usual. So that's pretty much it. Anybody else? Does that answer your question, Angela?
George,
Yeah.
I got a call this morning for the Dione sublease up in Pembroke Pines.
Okay.
Is that still available?
Yes. We need to get that thing leased.
Do you remember how many years is left on that?
James knows.
2 years
2 more
left.
years?
I think, yeah, I believe it expires 2026, if not mistaken.
Okay. Is that like the end of 2026 or?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, it was a broker. So I mean, I have a lockbox there, so they could go
Yeah, we
through.
need to get that lease. That's the most affordable lease in that area, and we need to get it subleased.
Yeah. No, it's just
Right.
that. See if this little available.
Good.
Um,
Go ahead.
to kind of update you on what I've been working on, because you were asking that. So for me, I made a list sort of truck tenants and equipment tenants. And I actually got an update with regards to Andrew's, like the 3 acres he had on that corner of 74th and 87th.
Mhm.
It's his truck tenant I know of. And he wanted to go by to see it potentially today or tomorrow. He texted me this morning that most likely tomorrow. But just in case, I might go today, but I think it's gonna happen tomorrow morning. He might be interested in taking, 1 acre by himself and then potentially, sharing the two others with two friends of his, like two like
Okay.
other companies he knows. And then
Okay.
I think I was gonna tell you today, let's see if we can get on a call with the Tri-County Truck and Trailers with the Alapata owners.
Yeah, yeah, let's do that.
We can get a
Yeah,
call tomorrow.
offer that site to these guys too. The
That
Alapata
one,
one.
the guy that I told you about for the 3 acres, he won't take the Alapata one just because he likes the Medley area.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
told him about Alapata. However, he asked me if there was something specifically in Medley we had, and so I told him that one. Um, and then, but I think we should get on a call today or tomorrow with regards to Alapata and the Tri-County Truck and Trailers guy.
Okay,
But other than that, I've been just hitting, just casting a wide net with regards to those type of tenants.
that's great. That's
Especially,
great. Go after iOS right now. It's very hot.
yeah, it's hot, and especially that a lot of terms are coming up for expiration. I believe 2025 because this guy told me, the Tri-County Truck and Trailers guy, he knows of several guys that signed in 2020, and most of these guys signed those 5-year leases.
So that's what we got to do. That's an assignment for you: is get on CoStar and look at all the leases that were signed. Look at all those tenants back in 2020, and give all of them a call.
Can you help me? Yeah, I wanted to ask you that. I tried
Yeah,
going
I want to help
on,
you.
yeah, Seth helped let me use his CoStar. However, I didn't know how to make a list for iOS specifically. I didn't know what to do.
Okay, we'll look into it.
All right,
I'll help you with that. Okay,
thank you.
Carlos.
Sí, George, yo tengo pendiente, bueno, pues ir, como tú me dijiste la última vez, pero no he podido conseguir la señora para la nave, el warehouse pendiente eh, de, de 5 a 6, que tú me dijiste que podría tener uno, de un poquito menos de, poco
Quiero de
menos de
20,000. ¿De
sí,
cuánto?
pero no, ella quiere exactamente 20,000. Tú dijiste que podías tener uno de 16,000, algo así.
Sí.
Pero está pendiente eso, porque yo pasé por allá, como me dijiste, no quiere que te llame cuando yo esté allá con ella. Eso fue lo que me dijiste la última vez. Porque yo ya le
Lo mejor
envié
que
el email.
la mejor manera de hacer eso, Carlos, es coordinar algo formalmente. Como yo estoy haciendo muchas cosas a la misma vez, lo mejor que es coordinarlo en calendario con un horario, una llamada, y así ya podemos estar en la misma página hacer
Sí,
los tres.
excelente. Pues yo le voy a pedir 2 opciones de hora para darte a ti a ver cuál tú puedes
Ok,
estar. Ok. O tú me la puedes decir a mí también, la que tú puedes, y yo también trato de que se ajuste a esa hora. Las dos
ok,
cosas. Y tengo
está
otro
bien.
señor que es el de el warehouse pequeño que quería un cooler que tú dijiste que podía tener una de 1.2. Él estaba en Colombia. Voy a visitarlo a ver si ya regresó. Con ese yo tengo
Ok,
más acercamiento, o sea que te puedo llamar con él cuando yo esté con él o le comento y tú me dejas saber. Porque él la
ok.
quisiera ver lo más seguro de una vez. Si está disponible todavía, que tú dijiste que
¿Cuál
todavía no
es ese? ¿Es
estaba.
el cooler
Ese,
de?
el que era un 5,000 square feet with at least 200 cooler, 2,000 square feet cooler. Pero que tú dijiste que la podían adecuar porque estaba más económica, que él le habían aprobado 1.6 en el banco.
Mm,
Tú dijiste que podían conseguir una en
no
uno.
sé si tengo algo para él de cooler.
No
Angela, ¿tú
necesariamente
tienes
tiene,
algo
pero tú me
a la
dijiste que
venta?
podía ser una de 1.2 y que él podía adecuarlo.
Oh, si
Una de
es
uno
cooler
punto
nada
dos que tú
más,
me
si
dijiste.
es cooler, sí, 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 posiblemente. Ahora estoy pensando, no sé cuál es esa. Tengo que pensar bien, pero sí, lo mejor que puedo hacer es comprar una que es seco y construirle el cooler.
Sí, tú me hablaste que había una señora específicamente que tenía una que tú creías que podía hablar de 1.2
Sí,
o
no sé cuál es ese.
1.2. No, bueno,
Eh,
sí, pero
tengo
eso es
que
lo que está.
pensar bien. Ok.
Ok.
¿Anyone else, Santi?
Yeah, I guess I mean we kind of already talked, but just being more strict. And then in terms of working with tenants, because I'm gonna start prospecting more tenants. Do you think I should go for small bay tenants or iOS tenants or? Cause I know Sandra and Angela are hitting up the small bay list. You think I should go for that as well, or?
No, they're gonna hit up industrial, specifically more focused in Doral, I believe.
Right.
You can go after a different area. Go after institutional owners, that tenants that have their spaces in institutional grade warehouses. I would go after those. Signs to look after is a property that just sold recently or sold within a year. Typically, those properties have higher operating expenses being passed down to the tenants. So those are things to keep an eye out for. But I would definitely make a list of all the tenants in a certain area that you want to go after.
Yeah, and you find that through what, CoStar?
Yeah, CoStar is typically how you would find them.
Okay.
All right. All right, guys, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna just go over a couple little things here that I was writing notes on.
George,
Yes.
I'm looking for a space. If anyone has seen something like this, around 5,000, between 4 to 5,000 square feet with the sinks, grease trap. I have two requirements for this. A walk-in cooler, broken fridge. I have two clients looking for that.
Like a commercial
Very
kitchen?
similar, two different businesses, but similar.
Commercial kitchen? What kind of product are they?
One of them is cheesecakes and the other one is like, it's different products, but the main product is croissants.
Okay, so bread. How much space does the bread one need?
For the cheesecake, she needs between 3 to 5,000 and it can be to purchase. And actually she gave me an address in downtown of Miami. And she said that this guy wanted to sell the unit, and it was really nice because this building is like, it's in the middle of other two small buildings. And around that area, they have like beautiful high-rise buildings. So
I think I know what you're talking about. I think Fernando has the information on that building.
in shipping.
It's like a freestanding building, like in like Northeast or North Miami.
It's a freestanding building, and it's
It
there
almost
is
looks like a
very,
house, no? Like a
it looks
like a
like a
flex.
house. And it was like there is a French bakery over there that has been there for
Yeah.
3 years.
That's Fernando knows them.
The prospect gave me that information, and I called the realtor. And I'm just talking to the lady. I mean, she's talking to one of the partners to see if they are interested in buying that land, because I mean, they can do like a lease for 5 years and then buy the space, or buy it and lease it at the same time. So, but I'm looking for that. If somebody come across something similar, please let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, I'm gonna get into it. There are 3 main opportunities when speaking to a prospect, okay? 3 main opportunities that you're gonna go ahead and try to obtain, okay? One of them is you need to find them meaning the prospect, before they find your competitor, okay? I need you to keep that one in mind. Find them before they find the competitor. That's the main goal, okay? 2 is you need to collect valuable information. Collect valuable information from the prospect, okay? What information? Because remember, many times you're gonna call and they're not gonna be ready at the moment to transact, okay? Most of the time, they're not gonna be ready. So what we need to be doing is asking all the right questions, right? How many employees do they have? When is their lease coming for expiration? How are they doing with their current space? How do they feel about their current broker relationships? How do they feel about their current broker relationships? And ask them also what's important when you're with them on the call and getting information from them is what resource do they need that will be beneficial to them?
Say it again.
Or what can you offer them that can be beneficial to them? Say, hey, what can I offer you that will be beneficial to you? These are good questions to ask when prospecting. What is something that I can offer you that will be beneficial to you?
Will you be sending that via email or something? Or on,
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of put something together. But mainly this call is gonna be recorded. But if you want,
oh,
I
okay.
could put I could put something together.
That will be great. The title was 3 main opportunities for what?
These are 3 main opportunities. 3 opportunities you're gonna get when prospecting. Okay. You got to find them before they find your competitor. 2 is collecting valuable information. Many times they're not going to be ready to make a decision. But the goal of that is to get permission. The 3rd one is to get permission to market to them. To send them material of value. Send them something of value. This is what I always talk about. And what are things that you can send them of value?
I was gonna ask that question.
Yeah, so what sold, what leased, right? You could send them vacancy, market update information, a market analysis. You could get those from CoStar. There's a lot of information that Jane usually has access. Jane has access to the CoStar. And Jane, you can always get one of these reports on the beginning of the quarter and email it to the entire email group. That way they can pick certain things and kind of create it, maybe through ChatGPT, and create an email and send it out to their database. Remember, the goal of the call is to have the prospect allow you to market to them. That's the main goal. Okay? Is to allow or to get permission from the prospect for you to market to them, to send them valuable information every month or so. Because now what they just did and what they allowed is to have you as their expert, as their advisor, as a commercial real estate broker. After you get the valuable information from them, which is when their lease expires or when they need to renew their lease, which is what you're writing down into your database, right? Into your CRM or into your reminder. Now, what you're doing is you're dripping on them via email, mainly via email, but you can also send them a voicemail through slide broadcast. How do you get your prospect's attention when making a phone call? How to get your prospect's attention when making a phone call? First, you slow down and you speak very clearly, okay? You say your name in 2 words, your first and last name, right? So it'll go something like this, right? Hi, or say, hey, good afternoon. This is George Smith. I don't believe you and I have met before. So when you say, I don't believe you and I have met before, I don't think we've met before, you're automatically going to get their attention, okay? It's going to be like, who is this? You say, hi, this is George Smith. I don't think you and I have met before. But then you say, I'm in the business. So you don't say I'm a commercial broker. I'm in the real estate, I'm in the brokerage. You don't mention any of those words because those words automatically cause the prospect to kind of want to hang up or kind of put a wall and they don't want to hear, they think they're going to be sold, okay? So you don't mention, I'm with Smith Commercial Property Group, I'm a commercial real estate broker. You don't mention any of that, okay? Very simple. Hi, this is George Smith. I don't believe you and I have met before, but I'm in the business of helping tenants when they need to renew, relocate, or renegotiate their lease, or renegotiate their industrial lease. It's that simple. Or if it's with an owner or a landlord, if you're approaching the seller, the same sentence. You say, hi, this is George Smith. I don't believe we've met each other before. I don't think we've met before. I'm in the business of helping property owners like yourself fill their building with qualified tenants. And I'm calling to learn a little bit more about you and your building. Can you tell me a story of how you acquired this building? Or can you tell me a little bit how you acquired this building? The goal of this call is to get them to speak, is to get them to talk. The moment you achieve them talking about themselves is when you've gotten, that's where you want to be at, okay? That's the most important part of the call. When you get them to start talking, you want to prepare 6 questions, at least a list of questions that you want to ask them. Always keep in mind the main what, why, when, how, where, who. Keep in mind those to kind of guide you on what questions to ask, okay? When you're calling, always keep in mind, if you're a fast talker, James, if you talk fast, and the person that you're talking to speaks slow, always keep in mind that you want to mirror them. This is a sales technique that I want to go over, but I'm not going to go over too much in detail, but you always want to mirror who you're talking to, okay? If they're a slow speaker, you got to slow down. You always want to speak just slightly faster than them, a little bit faster, so you're dominating the conversation, not slower than them, okay? You always want to mirror them, okay? If they use certain words, you mirror the same kind of words that they're using, okay? So you mirror that conversation, okay? Always keep that in mind. Raise your hand if you sent thank you notes. Who sends thank you notes? Has anybody sent thank you notes?
Me, I do.
Okay, those are very important, especially if you're making calls. How are they going to know or remember you if they don't have your business card, right? If they don't know you. So a simple, easy that everyone should be doing when making a phone call, if you've had a conversation with someone, is send them a simple thank you note. You should always have these on your desk. Write a simple thank you. And you're gonna stand out from the rest, from the competition, because not a lot of people are doing that, okay? And it's super simple. You say, hey, it was a pleasure speaking with you today. Here's my business card. Should you ever need anything in the future, feel free to call me. And there you attach your business card with a thank you card. It was a pleasure speaking with you. And that's it. It's very simple. Okay. If you do that after your calls, these people are going to remember you. Not only that, but they have your email. You're sending them emails with market updates, just sold, recently leased, all these things that now you're held as a professional advisor to them because they've allowed you to send them information. One important question, this is probably one of the most important questions, and I don't think I've ever, probably done it maybe a handful of times, but it's a very big mistake that I've done, is not ask Who else do you know? This is one of the most important questions that you can ask, okay? So the question is, here it is, hold on. Who else do you know that I should be speaking to that might be interested in my service? Who else do you know that I should be speaking to that might be interested in my service? That is an important question to always ask because that opens their mind to other people that they know that they can refer to you. Super important.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Just bear with me. I've been through all this, you know, like how to you know, stuff, and that's my question to you as a resident agent. Go in for, you know, it's just work.
You're breaking up, Sandy. Say it again.
Okay, so my residential agent was always to get, not the thing out the door, not that thought, just to get in the door, just to have that conversation to get in the door. Now, I also was taught that, and it's worked for me in the past, and they come to me and they think about me. I'm also a one-stop shop. Like, hey, Sandra, do you know a roofer? Do you have a guy that paints the house? Do you have this? And believe it or not, I have people calling me that one day in the long run, they'll probably want to sell their home. Do you guys do that?
We
It's
have a
not-
lot
I'm
of resources. Yeah, we have resources.
Resources.
That,
Just a
yeah,
one-stop.
we have contractors, and I have a, what do you call it, like a Rolodex. The problem with that is sometimes it's better not to refer people if they do a bad job, and then you're kind of like on the hook. You're like the middle person that referred someone that did a bad job, and they kind of always reflect, or they kind of associate that
So-
person or that service with you. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
sometimes
Right.
it's so, but it's good to be a resource, and I would say only recommend the people that you can vouch for. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, hey, I know this person did a great job at, you know, so and so, like, you know, an electrician that you might know that's really good, or
Yeah.
someone like that.
But as far as residential, I have that. I don't refer nobody unless I really trust them. And I only got like two people that I, you know, as far as that goes. I mean, on your end, if they were ever to say, hey, you know,
Listen, I think the beginning of when we start a conversation, no one's gonna ask me if I know an electrician when I'm offering a
No.
real estate service. You know what I'm saying? I think that's more into the relationship
Right.
when they
That's
feel comfortable. Then yeah, but in commercials a little bit different. They're not gonna ask you. If they do, I mean, it's very rare. They might ask you for an expediter. They might ask you for a lawyer. They might ask you for
I was just curious.
you know, that kind of stuff, but they're not gonna ask you for like in
No,
commercials a little bit different.
yeah, I know. I was just giving you an example, like for
But you are right. You are right with regards to getting in the door. The main thing is getting in the door. You don't want to sell off the bat, off the rip. You know what I mean? And I'm going to go back to the script because the script is like you on the call. He's like, "Hey, this is Sandy or this is Sandra Matrakas. I don't think you and I have met before." Out of a sudden, that's gonna get the person's attention on the phone. It's like, and they're say, "Who are you? Who is Sandra Matrakas?" And then you say, "Hey, I'm in the business of helping business owners renewing their lease on renewals, relocations, etc."
okay.
You keep it simple. You don't say, "Hey, I'm with Smith Commercial Property Group. I'm a commercial real estate broker." Like people don't want to hear that. There's time for that later, but at the call is like, "Hey, I'm in the business of helping people relocate their industrial leases, or you know, if they need to renew, relocate, you know, that kind of stuff."
Got it. Okay,
Okay, or renegotiate their lease.
got it. You are
Right.
the script out, right?
Yeah, I'll send it out. It'll be a quick one pager, and I'll send it out.
Okay,
All right.
okay, thank
I'll
you.
put something together for you for sure.
Be cool. I'll remember. I'll keep remembering, you know, it'll come.
Yeah, and then once you start banging them out, you'll get used to it.
Okay, Got it.
All right. And always remember on the call, it's always about mirroring. You want to mirror the person, you know, you don't want to you don't want to have somebody talking too fast and the person's like, hello. And you said like 1,000 words, you know? Yes, hi. And you kind of mirror them so you can kind of get them. And then you speak a little bit, just a little bit quicker than them, fast, just a little bit, just so you can take the lead of the call.
I've been told we got 2 minutes for that call. 2 minutes.
Exactly. It has to be quick. So it's really fast, you know? All right. Guys, do you have any questions on what I just shared on these cold calls?
No, that's good. I just need my list.
Yeah, we gotta get you the list. You need to start banging out that list.
Yeah, I gotta start now because I'm getting anxiety. I have nothing going on. I promise I want to go head first. Angela, are we still doing Wednesday or we're not doing Wednesday? Angela.
I was gonna ask,
Yeah.
I'll probably send you a text after regarding the list of like an area I want to hit up.
Okay. Yep. All right. All right. Anything else, guys? Anything else that you guys might need some help
George,
with that I haven't
How
talked
do
about?
you do it in them? For example, like me and Sandra are going to work together. How do you do that? Okay, let's say that one of us is going to call or we're going to do it together. One of us is going to send the email. So do we put the names of both of us? And once we go to the client, we're not going to deliver the 2 business cards, or we do that. I mean, how do you work it out when you have another agent working with you? I always work by myself, so I don't know.
I know. I've never done that either. Maybe Sandy can maybe hit the phones more, be more on the phone, and then send the emails out,
I could
and
do
then
that.
copy you on the emails. You can do it that way. And then I don't know how you guys want to work that, but
I've always worked with somebody, so I'm always being called the good cop, and the other one's the bad cop. So I guess Angela will be the bad cop. I'm too nice. But hey, Angela, I don't have a problem. Whatever you want, I could do the call.
So maybe Sandy, maybe you can huddle up with Angela and let her know how you've done it before when you've worked in teams. Since in commercials a little bit different. I don't know. There are people that do it, so I don't know how you guys actually work that out when you've done it in the past.
Oh, well, that's real simple. I mean, as far as commission you guys are talking about?
No, like as far as just a prospecting approach.
The prospecting approaches, I always say, my partner and I, my group, the Smith, like we're part of the Smith group. I mean, that's all I say. I'm part of a group. I'm part of your group.
How do you separate your prospecting efforts?
Well, that's how we do it. You're going to speak to my partner. Me and my partner are we're going to be in touch with you. We always refer as our partner, my partner. Okay. That way they're gonna have their perspective anyway. So whoever is gonna stand out. Not always am I gonna be the one just because I call that they're gonna connect with. They might connect with Angela because she speaks Spanish.
Right.
I do just because I make phone call. Me and her can be in front of that person, and they're just just engage with her versus me, and I'll stand back and let her take the lead.
Right. So that'll be a good approach. Maybe like Spanish speakers, Angela can take them, or in English, you guys can kind of work it out that way. I don't know.
Yeah,
or we can just do split the geography, however you guys want.
Yeah, I'm just trying her. I seen her on her email, on her Instagrams. They're awesome. I like them. The videos, her Instagram videos.
Yeah, they're good.
She's
gotten famous.
I can relate to her. So yeah, I like it. I mean, whatever she wants, I'm good.
Also, my question is, I was working with Greg in doing expire leases. So I don't know, I mean, we
Is Greg, are you still doing that?
I haven't been active on the expired leases. I've been kind of more
You've
on
been
the
more on the land stuff.
Yeah,
right?
because we were working in the expire leases for 2024 and we separated them. The 2025, we never call or anything. So I don't know, since you want me to work with Sandra, what do we
I
do?
don't know. Listen, I think I think it's something that would encourage both of you to prospect. I know Sandra is big on prospecting. I know she's good at it because she comes from the residential world, and I know that they do a lot of door knocking. So I think piggybacking off of that and then transitioning into commercial would be a good, you guys can kind of sharpen each other on that front.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that, Greg? Because we were working in a lease. Are you going to keep doing that, or do you want me to work with Sandra in that lease, or how do you
No,
want to
that's
handle
fine.
it?
I mean, work the list. I mean, I don't have a problem. I don't have a relationship with a lot of those tenants, so I mean, I have, you know, anybody can prospect anything they want, unless
Yeah.
you're,
Anybody can prospect anything. So it really is just creating your list, your database, and your relationships at the end of
yeah,
the day.
unless you
That's
have a
really what it is.
relationship with like someone they're prospecting, then we could do it together. But since I don't have a relationship with the people in that list, you could go at it,
Mhm.
Hey, George, you know who reached out to me last week? Remember that lady that I had mentioned to you that you told me stay away from, Helen Spitzer?
Oh yeah.
She reached out to me
No,
looking
really?
for tenants for 2 lease offices. And I sent it to Angela because I was like, I don't know anybody. So I sent it over to her. But
Yeah.
that was 2 months ago, 3 months ago I called her.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. Helen's a very tenacious landlord looking for tenants
okay.
on the office side.
Don't waste my time. Don't waste our time. I mean,
No, I wouldn't.
okay, that's what you told me last time.
You just go after industrial right now. Industrial's hot, leasing
Okay.
industrial.
Okay.
All right. So after this call, what I'll do is I'll work on a list. Angela, if you already have a list, you can kind of work it. I'll just create a new list. I'm gonna create a new list for Santi. I have to create something for James, and then I'll create something for Sandy. And then
And
if you guys want to kind of prospect together, you guys can do that. If not, then it's okay.
and
I don't know how you did it, Angela, back in the day. I don't know how you did it with what's her name from Katikos?
With Martha?
Mm-hmm.
No. I mean, we had a couple of listings together, but we just did it once and she didn't want to do it again, so
Oh, okay.
we couldn't.
All right.
I did it with Gloria in just one part, but she didn't want to.
You guys did the shotgun approach, or you did the sniper approach?
What?
The sniper, francotirador, or shotgun?
I mean, we went door knocking in one specific park that was mostly vacant.
Mhm.
And I had been calling these people because I got the business cards and I've been working on that. So actually tomorrow I have an appointment with one of the guys that his lease is going to expire next year in August. And it's part
Those
of
are great. Remember, guys, our time is valuable, and we have to go after people that need our service. Either it's a sale. If it's a sale, the guy either had a death, divorce, disease, something happened where that person needs to sell. They're in distress, something. One of the 5 Ds. If it's a lease, that person's lease is expiring within a couple months, a year, something, and they're planning for it. Okay? Let's not spend our time with people that are like, yeah, I just signed the lease. Okay, you put their date down on when they signed the lease, when they're coming for expiration, and drip, 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 drip. The ones that you're going after, sniper approach, is the ones that are expiring within the next year, year and a
What
half.
is the
Your
sniper approach?
sniper, I'm shooting at what I'm aiming at. Right? I'm aiming at that tenant. I'm gonna shoot that tenant. I'm gonna get that tenant. I'm gonna make sure I meet that tenant. I'm gonna make sure that tenant knows my name. I'm gonna make sure that tenant gets my emails. I'm gonna make sure that tenant gets my phone calls. The shotgun approach, I'm going after that tenant, that tenant, that tenant, that tenant, all these other tenants that are just, they're not on the list. They're not on my list. The ones that are on my list, I'm going after those tenants. Sniper on all those tenants are on my list.
Okay.
I put them on I put them on the app so I can drive specifically to see every one of those. Each one has my business card. Each one I shake a hand with. You know, each one gets my voicemail. I make sure that each one of those tenants on that list knows my name when they think about commercial real estate.
George, when you're gonna send me the script, right? Let's just say they engage on the phone. Like, and the ideal thing is to get in the door, right? Right?
Mhm.
So you're gonna tell me a little bit more past those other sentences, right? Like,
Yeah. Listen, when are you available to have, I can go by and see the space and how, how your business is operating, see the how you're doing with space, or meet you in person, put a face to the name. And then that's it. It's very cordial. It's very, very cordial, not salesy. Hey, let me know when you'll be in the area. I can stop by. I'm gonna be in the area actually next week or this week. I'll be in the area. Does Monday at 10 a.m. work for you? I'm
that's
gonna be
oh,
stop. That's it.
okay.
I'll put a face to the name. I'll stop by, maybe see the space, and we'll take it from there.
like the car.
Yeah, I need this or I need that. I'm looking for 10,000. I need this. Okay, no problem. I'll send you a report. I'll be by the area. That way I can put a face to the name. You
Okay,
always want to put a face to the name no matter what, because that's it. Once somebody meets you, it's different from just hearing a voice. They
right.
can forget the voice. The voice they can forget. Okay, they didn't call me today. I can forget them. I have somebody else here. This person knocked on my door. I can meet them. Oh, I see him. He's actually helping me. The person that spoke to me, I can forget about. So that's why you want to shake hands. Oh, I'll put a face to the name. I'm gonna be in the area.
Got it. Okay.
Let me look at the space and see what your operation looks like. Okay, good. I know exactly what you need now.
Even
You're the expert.
okay. Okay, got it.
Mhm.
All right.
All right, guys, great.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get off. I have calls coming in like crazy, but I think that was a good call. I'm gonna get through all these things and then